Hi guys, welcome back to My Boss is A, where we read your anonymous stories of your crazy, trifling, and ridiculous boss. Sit back and relax because we have a real sleazy story just for you.
Oh my God. This one is titled, My Boss is A Entitled Prick. I was about 2 weeks away from going on maternity leave when I attended my former company's holiday party. It's New York, so the feel for the holidays, especially in Midtown, was in the air. It was cold, but the streets were packed with tourists soaking up Rockefeller's scene. I made my way into one of New York's finest restaurants where our company celebrated every year. During cocktail hour and past hors d'oeuvres, one of the best foods you can imagine, I felt a hand on the lower part of my stomach, close to my vagina, and a voice behind me say, "Where's your baby's head?"
Oh,
Yeah. I was in shock. I couldn't move. In the moment, a partner of this nameless firm had violated me. One of my colleagues walked over and placed her hands on my shoulder and removed me from his grasp. When I look back at the moment, there were so many things I wish I did. Slapped him, screamed, called 911, but I did nothing. I felt powerless. My night was ruined. I left the party angry. I texted another colleague and called my husband on my way home. I think I cried. I was angry with myself and angry that no one else seems to think it was a big deal. I was met with, maybe he was drunk excuses. When this happened, the Me Too movement was just born. The following day, I went to my boss and told him what happened. He escalated things to HR.
as he should.
But HR was a joke.
As they are.
Tell me about it. The woman in charge said she called the partner, who she's friends with, by the way, and explained to him what he did. He said he didn't remember and apologized.
Of course he did.
Yeah. And that was the end of that. I wanted to share my story because in that time of my life, I was scared of this big bad firm filled with rich white men and what they would do to me if I took it any further.
Right.
Now I'm in a different space in my life and no one could ever violate me ever again. With that, #MeToo and never again.
Never again. I hear that. That's a crazy story.
It's a horrible story.
Oh,
and I really wish that women take control.
Mm-hmm.
Not even take control, but have the courage to speak up.
Right, but when you're in the situation, I can understand, like, you don't know what to do. It's festivity time. It's Christmas, holiday party. You're thinking, let's have fun. You're pregnant. The person's pregnant, but they're not drunk. So they're not drinking. So when people are drinking around, you see more than the people that are drinking. But the audacity for him to touch that person's, belly and then say,
"Is that your baby's head?"
That's the diabolical.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So what I would like for is anyone in the comments to weigh in and tell us what you think about this situation.
Please weigh in. And what would you have done?
Yeah.
In that case.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to My Boss is A. Bye.
Bye.